judges and classmates. Today we're going to talk about the impact of the ecotourism in the region of Lambayeque. The abstract. No, the abstract. Well, in the present research, we will talk about the impact of the ecotourism developed in the region of Lambayeque, making an analysis of the impacts generated by this activity in the field of the environmental, economic, and social culture in the region. It has become participants in the research to professional people to know about this topic in order to obtain clear and direct answer about the ecotourism. Furthermore, in this research, it has been revealed that this type of tourism is a source of income for improving life people and thus need more attention that currently provide. Finally, it should be emphasized that this research has an analytical and descriptive character where the results of the study object are displayed and revealed. Well, the introduction is we live in a world where it's necessary to take care of our environment, and in order to utilize the resources that the nature gives us, and also to have a healthy lifestyle. Regarding to the development of ecotourism, we can say that it's an activity that actually generates positive and negative impacts of both for regional and community development. So it is detailing the need to consider each step and every attitude we take on, because if we work together, for our social good, will be able to achieve many things for our well-being. And if we work slowly or uncompromising, results are going to be against us. This activity, the ecotourism, is an activity that takes place for the welfare of the communities and the culture and environmental welfare. Well, we make 3 interviews to persons who know about the topic, and our analysis of the results, in comparing and contrasting the responses of the obtainable, we can say that it has been possible to match the development of these activities still growing. Here are in Lambayeque a lot of attractive places, but we have to evaluate and promote them. With the proceeds from the interviews, can we infer that the respondents are aware that exists only 2 important ecotourisms that are Forests of Pomac and Chaparrí Ecological Reserve? Response say that they only know these places for information and photos, and they also emphasize that all these places need promotion and achievement in order to diversify the visits. And they also add that it's necessary to evaluate the attraction that the region holds, because there are some attractions that are still without any promote. Response have reached a turning point that it was stated that currently ecotourism seeks sustainability in the localities environmentally, culturally, and economically, but are unable to reach agreement among the residents to achieve the common objective, that is to develop this activity but caring the nature. There are some negative factors because roads are people who practice deforestation to make roads, and moreover, the response say that development of this activity create jobs, generate revenue that favor the improvement of life of the residents, and also drives the region towards sustainability development.
Here you have a photo. This is This is the wildlife refuge, Laquipampa, where this activity is practiced. And here, this activity generates some impacts, negative and positive. Regarding the interview number 1, performance by Licenciado Miguel Ángel Ruiz Palacios, we can deduce that answered in a clear and straightforward manner based on an analysis of this ecotourism environment of the region. Here with Mr. Ruiz, we found that this activity is practiced just in two touristic places where Laquipampa, Chapari, and Pomac Forest. But here, some ONGs are working to promote the protection to the environment and promote and create jobs for the population, and with that generate some best life. When Duana Rodriguez and Mota exposed that ecotourism is an approach to tourism activities and placing emphasis priority issues such as sustainability, preservation, and appreciation of the natural environment, as well as cultural context that is presented to tourists. Here you have Udima. Udima is a forest, a noble forest. It's located in between Lambayeque region and Cajamarca. Regarding the interview number 2 applied to park rangers Juan Armando Contreras Palacios, we can deduce that he has answered the question based on the exemplification of what is currently happening with ecotourism in Pomac Forest Historical Sanctuary. Like I said, here at Pomac Forest, some ONGs are working to help the advance of the region. I suppose Guerrero also have a greater concern for the environment and the search for economic development. This activity has failed to even get to minimize the negative impacts that occur in any activities related to nature. Here you have a picture where show the Pomac Forest. You can see all areas are parks are green, and here you have also historical, culture and traditional items. Regarding the interview applied, number 3 applied to the licensed Amelia Villegas Timona. Being a tourism specialist, has been able to respond in a very direct way to the question raised. The director of the School of Hotel Administration and Tourism Service has responded based on his experience as a specialist in tourism issues. To make a contrast with the answers to the above interviews, the director mentioned that ecotourism in region take place mainly in Chapari Ecological Reserve, and there is another touristic destination exposed the value to both domestic and foreign tourists. It also coincides with previous experts interviewed that say that this activity is critical to the development and progress of the host communities. Here you have the Chapari Ecological Reserve. These activities is a productive activity and is generating positive and negative impacts. It is important to development in communities living near of these areas. The impacts that have this activity will generate for the protection and conservation of nature, restoring roads that are already extinct, restoring areas that have been depleted by low environmental awareness that population have for that day, and working a day to eradicate this either environment awareness. On the other hand, ecotourism is an activity whose implementation and development creates a positive environmental awareness to the activities in each resident. This is the culture impact. In addition, it should be in place emphasized that through the training conducted by government agencies and by ONGs such as Eco Center in the Pomac Forest, it's possible to improve the actions that go against the development of such activities. In contrast to what was included positively, conclude that this activity not only generate positive impacts for nearby or resident communities, as to enable the roads and places, or overnight accommodation for tourists take place soaring, and as subsequent construction or run facility for visitors in order to provide a touristic service quality.
The recommendation of our state, the principal recommendation is raise awareness among population to change or improve activities that affect sustainable development and ecotourism. Communicate to institutions engaging this type of tourism that even today there are some problems of culture identity as well as sustainable tourist awareness. Furthermore, we have to incentivize people to work in the same places of the ecotourism developed and engage with the development of the region, and motivating students in the region to conduct research involving population and ecotourism development in a responsible pursuit of social development committed to improving local life. Well, that's all. Thank you.